What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the Pete Nathan podcast. And as the Eagles steamroll the Rams, headed to another NFC Championship in 2 years, right? And I got my boy Chits with me. We call him Chits, Chits, aka Chatra, who just became an Eagles fan not too long ago. But brother, I've been wanting to get you on the podcast for a long time, so welcome to the podcast, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So before we delve into this game, right? The big game coming up. This game. You know, um, it's basically if you win this, you go to the Super Bowl, right? Like you go to the big one, you have a chance to try again. Try to right the wrongs, if you will, against Patrick Mahomes and the refs. Um, so with that said, how did you become an Eagles fan? Like, what's your story? Give us this little background.
Yeah. Originally, I'm from Sri Lanka, so I we don't have football there like American
Right.
football.
Yeah.
So I come from like a rugby background, and like our school is a very um well
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
oh yeah our school is a very heavy like a rugby heavy school. So I was always into that game.
Hmm.
But I got Pete to thank to for introducing me to the game. Initially, when I was in school, like college, I didn't I wasn't that interested in it because I didn't understand the game. But once I started to kind of see Pete kind of watching the game and just kind of helping me out understand things, I was like, wow, this is kind of a very interesting game. It's to me, it's like rugby plus chess, because there's a lot more strategy. I know there's more stop, but it's very strategic.
Right.
So yeah. So that's really got me fascinated. And as far as Eagles are concerned, yeah, Pete was an Eagles fan, so it was a little easier to get into the thing. But also, like the stories he told me about Eagles, like the story about like Michael Vick, how Eagles gave him a second chance. And
Right.
funny enough, Jason Kelsey, right? You
Mhm.
know, the fun Kelsey brother, not the other
Yeah.
one. He, I mean, they both went to my school because I'm from I went to school in Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati
Mhm.
Bearcat, proud
Yeah.
Bearcat. So yeah, so that all that just helped me get into Eagles. So yeah, that's kind
All
of
right. All right. Hey,
right.
I think your camera is a little
Yeah.
blurry. I
Give
don't
me a
know what's
second. Let
going
me
on.
see.
Um,
Um,
is that go to the settings and see if
right.
fix that.
I mean,
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Take your time. But yeah, man, that was awesome. We went to that game in Arizona, a couple years ago when the Eagles played the Cardinals, and like we saw all kinds of Eagle fans, right?
right,
Like
right.
it was like Christmas, for us West Coast Eagle fans. We don't really see that, so it was really special to see. Um, but yeah, we got a game coming up on Sunday tomorrow. The Eagles playing the Commanders. The third time could be the charm because the last time these two teams meet, it was a heartbreaking loss, and they also knocked out our quarterback. So this time, I think they got a little bit more revenge to them. This is gonna be a different game. Um, you good, brother? You all good over there?
Yeah, we can carry on. I'm trying to fix this. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. So with that said, man, like, what do you think about this game? And I wanted to ask you about what you think about the previous game. The Rams game. It was a blizzard game. It kind of reminded me of that game the Eagles played in 2013 when the Lions came to Philadelphia and Matt
Mhm.
Stafford was the same quarterback. LaShawn McCoy ran for over 200 yards, and
Right,
Saquon, of
right.
course, runs for 205 yards and two touchdowns.
Yeah. Um, I mean, the first thing, first thing first, it's very stressful, man. I mean, I think we should come up with like a formula when we're watching Eagles games, like how many years have you aged? Like that's
It's
the
like
game.
when the
And
president goes into
right,
presidency,
right, right.
comes back 4 years
Exactly.
later. It's like, what happened, man? It's like you've been in the
Yeah.
game for 15 years or something.
Right, right, right. Yeah. And I was gonna say, yeah. The age fact, like whatever the score, age score, that
Yeah.
is it was very high on that game. That was very tight because I think I would be kind of okay. All like yes, we did a lot of mistakes, like but we played relatively well. Saquon played pretty great, and
Mhm.
even Jalen Carter was great. But the thing which kind of concerned me a lot was that how they closed up that 13-point gap, right?
Right.
That kind of keeps me up at night sometimes,
Yeah.
because that can happen uh like again and again.
Yeah.
Like I hope not, but that's I guess that's something which got me kind of concerned a little bit.
Hmm.
Yeah. So other
Okay.
than that, let me think. Oh,
Oh, there you are. Better, better, better. There
okay.
you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you got the blur on, right?
No, okay. Got the whole background going. That's fine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Anyways,
all
yeah. So I think we can definitely improve on our passing game, right?
right.
And that's actually that was the thing. And I think AJ Brown also wasn't his best, right? And one thing I've noticed also is Cam Jurgens, right? Because he was kind of out with a back
Hmm.
injury,
Yep.
and he was, he played, and finally he's on limited practice today, which is,
Hmm.
like that, right? That was a big
Right.
thing. And but I think I've heard like a couple of people talk about it too. They said like his blocking, like the pass blocking during that game wasn't that great,
Right.
especially the safety. When you got the safety right,
Yeah.
I think, and a couple of other plays. Like yes, there was like play calling, and Jalen might be a little bit
Hmm.
gets the blame, but also I think the pass protection wasn't as great as it used to.
Right.
So I think that also played a factor. So it's a mixed bag, but to all these things, Saquon just like really is like making up for most of these mistakes, right? By
Hmm.
scoring in the crucial moments. I think it's just like even like we do like our defense is also like coming through for the most part, right?
Yeah.
I think we just have to be careful, like not overusing them, like overusing the defense, right? Because
Right.
think like one of the reasons why they could like really was able to close out that gap very quickly was the defense was tired, right? Because they were really like
Right.
coming through like a bunch of turnovers, right, back to
Yeah.
back, and they were playing pretty hard. So you
Right.
kind of need to give them a break too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so that's
Because
actually
they,
I
because
think
they,
that
because they did the no huddle play, right? Like,
right
and then our guys ran
exactly.
out of gas.
That's the thing we got to be careful about because
Right.
commanders do that pretty well too.
They
No
do.
huddle snaps.
Right.
So yeah. So I hope I
And
answered the
it
question,
kind
but
of
like
gets our offense going too. Like when we go to the no huddle, I feel like we move the
right,
ball better as opposed
yes,
to when we don't. Right.
especially the passing game, like the slants and stuff
Passing
like
game.
that.
Yeah. I mean, it
Right,
helps out Jalen a lot. I've seen that. I mean,
right,
it's not just the last game. It's like the whole
right.
season has been like that. Right. So
Yeah.
Saquon has had a special year, right? 2,000
Right.
yards, 200 yards the last game. The game before that, 100 yards. And I
Hmm.
know the Washington Commanders on set tried to put that 8 man in the box to like stop the run,
Right,
right? And they did say the Washington coordinator, right, the Commanders coordinator, did say like if Jalen decides to run, we're gonna hit him like a
right,
running back, right?
right,
This is
right,
a
right,
typical Michael Vick, like when back in the day they used to say this. If he
right.
decides to run, we're gonna hit him like a running back. It's basically telling you that they're basically saying that if he runs, if we happen to injure
Right,
him,
right,
it's
right.
not our fault, right?
Yeah,
Like it's basically getting permission without getting permission, right? Like we're gonna
right.
hit him like a running back. What that means, like if he slides, if we hit him, and if he gets injured, oh well, we'll take that 15-yard penalty and the fine, but he's out of the game, right? Because
Yeah,
which is what this team has tried to do to the Eagles last two times they played, right? The first
right.
one in Philly, they hit Jalen, and Jalen's basically, was able to go. They gave him the thumbs
Yeah,
up for the concussion. The second time, it didn't work out that way, and Jalen ended up missing like 3 or 4 weeks, and it
right.
kind of like hurting us right now in the passing game because Jalen's not 100%, right?
Right.
So What, and I think they will have a game plan to this for the offensive line. What
Right.
what do you think they should do in order to protect Jalen?
Yeah, I think again, like he can't hold on to the ball. Like I don't think we should make a lot of explosive plays because I feel like given like Jalen's play style and even like Kellen, right?
Hmm.
They always try to make explosive plays like from time to time.
Right,
I mean, this is my limited experience, right? I think they should really cut down on it. I think they will because again, because of Cam, right? He's not 100%, right? So the
right,
passing protection might not be as good. Like he won't get a couple of seconds this time, I'm pretty sure.
right.
So I think just the middle of the field, because AJ Brown is unbeatable in slants, right?
Yep, yep.
Like just in case if he makes through, right?
Right,
Like Devontae, right? Like if he makes through, if he slips through one, yeah, you do one, but you don't go like crazy deep passes, right? I think
right,
you can't afford to do that just because like you're gonna get sacked, right?
right.
And I think also Jalen should run a little bit, like not don't do like crazy stuff. Just take a knee. If you have like a like a third and short, right?
Hmm.
Just try to plan for the run, just so that like they know that that threat is still there. Like
Yeah,
even though it's not as uh
prevalent as before, right?
prevalent or like lethal as it before, because Jalen got a touchdown last game, right? I don't
Yeah,
think like he won't be. I don't think he'll be. He will
he's gonna he's
even if
gonna
he
he's gonna
could.
have a
He
knee
wouldn't.
brace. He's gonna have
Right.
a knee
So
brace. So
so he'll get the short ones. I'm
yeah,
still assume that he's going to do the short ones,
right,
and yeah, I think like the middle of the field, just so we can open up to the run. So like
right.
so that way Saquon can really like, and also in my like heart of hearts, I feel like he's gonna like I think he would have his break like most of the other games before, like the fourth quarter. Because,
Hmm.
like, last game, yes, he had a fourth quarter, but he was kind of pretty good in between too. But I think he'll get the big break, I think, in the fourth quarter in this game if
Right.
we stick to the plan. Because, we would just kind of tire them out a little bit
Yeah.
and also keep the ball in our hands, have more possession, you know?
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Right,
have the ball. Yeah, don't give him the ball too long. And then
right,
the last game that we played them really well. Even
right,
after Jalen went, because I think there was like 5 turnovers in the game.
right,
And even normally when you win the turnover battle, you usually win the game, right? Like
right,
even if it's like one or two, like we had 5 turnovers, right? And
right,
we
right.
still lost the game because we didn't have any offensive firepower to come back
Right.
and combat that.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah, go
I
ahead.
just want to add one more thing is that being said, right, in the past middle of the game, if we saw the Lions game, like you can see how like well they ran against them. And
Yeah, that was
personally,
my
I feel
next
like
question. Yeah.
right. I feel like we're a better running team than them, right? Uh, so I feel like even if we don't do that, I think we should test waters to see,
Hmm.
like, because as soon as they start make adjustments, and then I think like you can start kind of getting that passing game going. Because I feel like even Jalen and Eagles, like especially for the passing game, needs a little bit of time to warm up,
Right,
for the
right, right.
passing game to get going. So
Yeah.
I think starting with the run and trying to see like what they're doing, right? Just like you just kind of change based on like what you get. I think
Hmm.
might be a smarter thing to do too, because even if they load the box, they still might be pretty bad at it. Never know because they
Right.
lost their right guard too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So. Um,
Yeah, I think I was watching with this ex Eagles player, right? Like he
right,
played in the '90s. He was saying, like, if you run outside zone, right? Like
hmm
outside zone against this team, because that's what the Lions did with Jameer Gibbs, and like bounce inside, go outside, right?
right,
They haven't stopped it. So if you
right,
have a game with your guards and your offensive line pulling and whatnot, because the last game I think the offensive line left some meat on the bone, especially
right,
Mekhi Becton. He missed some of his assignments, especially coming down and blocking the guy, the touchdown that Barkley almost got right in the end zone.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
Makai's assignment to like block the
Right,
defensive back, but he ended up not blocking him, and then the guy makes a play, right? And
right,
then we end up scoring 3 points instead of seven, right?
right,
So stuff like that, we hurt ourselves in the foot, right?
right,
And and Jalen too, like, and then one. it was like Kellen Moore like rolling Jalen out on the opposite side after he got hit in the knee. Right,
Hmm.
that was also not smart. Like,
Yep. Yep.
right,
Yeah. That was
and
a 3-2. I was like, what are you doing?
what are you doing, man? Like,
Right.
your quarterback can't do
Just
that,
eat the
right? Like,
clock because that was what, 2 minutes or something, right? Left in
yeah,
the game.
yeah,
That was a
just run
bad
Barkley,
call.
like just run
Yeah.
Barkley, or like just have a quick pass on
Right.
shotgun, right?
Right.
So stuff like that, like Kellen Moore's got to have better game plan, right? But most importantly, I think this all depends on how the offensive line plays, especially
Right.
because those guys love to hit people, and they'd rather hit you than get hit, right? When you get
Right.
hit, that's usually pass protection. Defensive line's coming at you. You have to get hit, right?
Right.
When you run the ball, you get to hit them, right? And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
they love to do. So they're
Right.
like
Right.
300 plus pound men. They love to
Right.
get in
Right.
front of you, and then they love to hit. And another one I don't want to happen a lot is the ineligible man down the field calls. Like, we have to
Hmm.
work on those as well. Um,
So we're used to the RPO game too much.
yeah, I mean, our RPO game is killing us now. Sometimes it
Right.
kills you because the refs are really watching it now, right?
Yep.
Like when it first started, like in 2017, 2018, they didn't know too much about the RPO, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
like you could get away with a lot more stuff. Now it's hard to get away with that. If your offensive lineman cannot be down the field when you're still throwing the ball,
Right.
you can't get down there past the
Right. Right.
first down
Right.
marker, right?
Yeah.
So stuff like that can't happen. Like, so they had to clean that
Right.
up.
Also, yeah. 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 Also,
And then,
like tush push. Um,
yeah,
like Lane. Come on, that was a 7 point. That
that
was
was
seven
7 points.
points or like
That would have
six.
been 7 points. So now
Right.
with
Right.
Jurgens kind of questionable. I think he came back to practice
He's playing
yesterday.
limited practice today.
Right, right, right. So how do you think that's going to impact us? Because I
Yeah.
think Landon Dickerson's been taking the snaps, and he hasn't really played center since like his Alabama days. So it's like
Yeah.
4
Yeah.
years now. So
Right. I'm so I think Cam's going to play. I'm pretty sure Cam's going to play because he's limited practice today, and I think he was upgraded from questionable.
mhm.
Right. So, oh, actually, he is still questionable. It's interesting,
Right,
but I
right. He's
think he
still
will play.
questionable.
I think he'll most likely play.
Right.
Uh,
They're gonna hit
but
him up with the cortisone and the Percocet. You're not
right,
gonna feel
yeah,
anything.
yeah, right.
He's gonna be ready to go.
But like, so in a way, like, I guess I'm trying to find the silver lining here, right?
Hmm.
In a way, I hope like this gives them the idea or like the perception that okay, we can't make like explosive pace plays in the passing game, like because we
Right.
won't have that much time on the in the pocket, right? So
Yes.
like really like improve, like hone in on throwing it to the middle of the field, right?
Yeah.
I think I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Frank Lou, right? He's also like no 100%. I think he has a shoulder issue or something, right?
Oh, Louisville's got a shoulder issue.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't know. I think I heard it somewhere and then the grapevine. I might be completely wrong.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
I think he had something like that earlier during the week. I know Deron Payne's out.
right.
Um, he might end up playing the game because it's a championship game. So
What's his position?
he's a defensive tackle. He's good.
Okay, okay, okay.
He's like a Jalen Carter, like their
Right, right,
version of
right.
a Jalen Carter, and then they have two of those guys. So they have Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne, and both of those guys are pretty decent.
Right,
Um, but Luvu is the guy you got to really worry about because Luvu is the one they sent on blitzes, and they said they
right,
basically
right.
plays
I mean,
the
he plays a little
Micah
dirty too.
Parsons role.
So
What's that?
it plays a little dirty,
And
lowers
he
their
plays
helmet
dirty,
a
and he
little.
hits,
Right,
man. Like I'm sure, like if he's an Eagle, we would be loving him. But he happened to play for the opposite team, so
right,
we got a little bit of animosity towards this brother
right,
because
right.
he did try to hurt Jalen Hurts last game, right?
Right.
So yeah, this.
Yeah. That's one thing, and also the other thing is like our tush push might not be as efficient, right? Our
Hmm.
timing might be off because, like, especially if Dickerson plays, right?
Right, and then
We got to
Jalen
be
Sneed too.
very
You got to
careful.
worry about that.
Right, right.
Yeah,
So I think we will be a little. I think we'll be a little more careful going for it, right, on
yeah,
fourth and like ones and stuff like that.
right.
Unless I think we won't go on unless it's like down to the wire. But then again, like Jake. like is a little iffy these days, right? So I don't know. Like I think the game might they might do it based on the field, right?
Yeah.
And on the time. And yeah, I think that's kind of the one. But I don't know how like Cam's like not being 100% or like Dickerson coming into center would affect our run game though. I'm like not very or 100% sure.
The only difference is like then you'd have to move your guards and whatnot.
Yeah,
If do you put Makai on the left and put Steen on the right? Like like let's
yeah,
say
yeah,
if the
yeah.
Cam like gets hurt, first series right or second series right, then Dickerson's gonna have to do it because he's the only other
Right,
guy we have. The Nick Gates is like the reserve dude, right? But
right.
you probably would want Dickerson to do it. But then he'd had to call out some of the blitz protection and whatnot. Like even though Jalen kind of does that, like Cam also does some of that stuff, right? So he is valuable in that sense.
Yeah,
And then if you change the right guard to left guard, now like you're changing three positions,
right.
right? It's not just like you adding one guy and like so you're like you have to worry about that as well because they don't
Yeah,
have that continuity. You know, like he knows how to play next to Lane, but does he know how to play
right,
next
right,
to
right,
Mailata? Right? Like it's different. Like even though
right.
it's same guard position, it's the right and the left, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
um, and it's a championship game. Like these guys are gonna bring it,
Oh, yeah, yeah. They're hot.
right?
They're hot.
Yeah, they're a
Um,
hot team. I mean, like
right,
they're the
right.
darlings of the NFL right now. Like for
Oh,
some,
yeah.
they've ended up being the darlings of the NFL, and like and we're not. Like
Right.
everybody hates
I mean,
Philadelphia.
yeah,
Like
I kind of get it. I get it, because it's like, rookie quarterback, right?
yeah,
And he's been through some adversity, but that's okay. We don't care. Like,
right.
but I mean,
Yeah, but
that's what I said. I was gonna say is like, if if they're gonna treat our quarterback as a running back, at least he looks like a running back.
hmm
So the other guy doesn't look
not
like a
so
running
much.
back. So,
Yeah,
you got to be asked to be careful for what you wish for, right? Because,
right, right.
right. I wish Nakobe was there. I mean, but, but I think, uh, what's his name? I forgot his name. Burks, right?
Burks,
His
yeah,
place.
Burks, he can
It's
hit
pretty good.
pretty
He's
good.
and also I feel like CJ GJ. I
Right.
think, he might have like a missile, coming to
I think
because
CJ GJ might have a missile against De'Ami Brown. He might
oh,
knock him out,
yes, yes.
right?
Right. Right, right,
It's like soon as he catches that pass, like
right.
watch out, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I'm curious to see because we have our game is a little compromised, especially if Cam doesn't play, and even if he does, he's not 100%, right?
yeah,
So it'll be interesting to see that. But I still think we have enough like talent and
yeah,
uh
I think so.
to kind of get through that hump, and especially I think if we start
Right.
scoring early and if defense is good early.
Yeah.
Also, like most of these guys have been to a championship, but
Mhm.
Washington Commanders have not. And you can say, yeah, like Jayden Daniels is very calm and collected, so he's like
Yeah,
pretty
but
good
this
with
is a
tense
different
situations.
environment.
Yeah, but that's one guy. I mean, yeah, he's the quarterback, but like some guy needs to catch it, right?
Right.
Like even the running backs need to kind of do their job properly. So I feel like those guys might get a little bit nervous, especially if we start scoring early, right?
Right. Right.
So
Right.
that
Right.
might be a good psychological strategy too. Or even if we don't, like if the defense really comes through in like earlier on,
Yeah.
that might kind of give them like a little bit of like the jitters, I would say, right?
hmm
So I think yeah, yeah, yeah. So that might also play a factor.
Right. And it's
Yeah,
this not gonna snow. It's not gonna snow tomorrow,
right,
unfortunately. But it is gonna be cold. It's gonna be 40 degrees. Right.
right.
It could probably get colder. Like the game is at three p.m. Eastern. So
Yeah, I think it'll
it
get
might get
cold.
colder later on towards the end of
Right,
the game, like fourth quarter and whatnot. So I think one thing I would do is test out your pass game at least in the first, second quarters.
right,
Um, and my strategy to this game would be the way you played the Steelers, right? Little dink and dunks,
right,
crossers, slants, to AJ Brown. Like, give the AJ Brown the ball because AJ hasn't really got the ball in the last two games, and I
right,
think they've played a lot of zone defense. So the way to combat that is actually playing them in the middle instead of just playing them on the outside, right? When you have
Right.
zone defense, you got the safeties and corners blanketing it, right? So
Right.
Jalen might be hesitant to throw the ball, but he might not be as hesitant to throw the ball towards the middle, right? So that's where you
Right.
use your Dallas Goddards, your AJs, right?
Right.
And AJ could take a 5 yard pass and turn it into a 20 yard gain, right? So
Right.
because he's a beast like that. If he breaks a tackle, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like it could go for a big touchdown. So like there's opportunity like that. I think Hurts needs to just get rid of the
Right.
ball quick, which he hasn't really done
Right.
all season. But in some games he has done it. So it's not like he
Right.
can't do it. He can do it. He's just like he knows he every quarterback that has athletic ability thinks in the back of their head, I can make this play. Like, let me get some more
Right.
time, right? Instead of like, okay, oh shit, he's right there. Let me throw the ball, right?
Right.
Like the guys who are pocket passers, they don't have athletic ability, right?
Right.
Most of them, right? So they're like, okay, I got to get rid of the ball quick
Right.
because if not, I'm getting hit. So
Right.
guys like
Right. Right.
Jalen, like I think sometimes that plays into the detriment sometimes too because then
Right.
you hold on to the ball, you either get sacked or something worse happens.
Right.
So hopefully this injury may have him, allow him to like throw the ball, get rid
Right.
of it quick, right? Because they
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
play 8 man in the box, like that's a good way to test out in the beginning if Devontae Smith has something deep,
Right. But I'd
right?
say you got to be careful with it though.
You got
Like,
to be careful with it. Yes.
right. I'd say, yeah. I mean, if the opportunity like presents itself, right, you should
Yeah.
definitely go for it. But I don't think you should look for explosive plays just because I
Right.
think you would want like the defense to be on the field for the
Mhm.
longest time
Yeah.
and the offense to get a little warmed up. And also, yeah, just do like, middle of the field, like just keep getting downs, just frustrate the guys. And then as soon as like, then you can kind of slowly move into the run game, right?
Right.
That being said, I'd say it should be a mix of run and like passing to the middle of the field. But yeah, if you see that explosive, because that I think opens up for explosive
Yeah.
ness, right? Like especially on like one-on-ones, right?
Yeah.
So like I think the strategy is to don't do a lot, right? Don't get
Mm.
cute with it. Just go for like plain on like middle of the field passes, right?
Right.
Slants, right? AJ Brown's really good with it,
Yep.
good at it, right? Even Devontae's pretty kind of good to slip through,
Yeah.
right? So
Dallas is good with it too.
yeah, Dallas exactly. So we got Dallas like full. I mean, he was full practice today, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think he
Yeah,
came
full
back. Yeah.
practice. So yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So I think like once you get like some momentum, I think then you can start going at it, especially with
Yeah.
the run game too.
Right.
And then later in the game, if starts things start opening up, yeah, like now then you can go crazy. But I
Right.
think just getting that momentum in earlier on, right? I think will help us a lot, because most
That's
of the time,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Plus, I think you can also run on this team too. Like
Exactly,
it's
that's the
not
point.
like
That's the
the
point. Right,
Packers,
right.
right?
Even Steelers, that's the thing you got to be careful of. Like Steelers are very good with the run, but
With the run.
these guys are not.
They're not.
So,
You can run, but I mean,
right,
like if you just want to run Saquon like that,
right,
this might be the last game you might be able to do that too, because if when you win this, right,
right,
you
right.
go to play either KC, right? Like we know KC's probably gonna win that game. If KC wins it,
Yeah.
they're gonna put all their emphasis on stopping Saquon. So then you're gonna have to go to the pass,
Right.
right? So this might be your last game you actually run Saquon and like have
Yeah.
him another 150, 200
Yeah.
yards.
Casey's not good with passing defense. It's not a good passing defense.
Right,
Like
it's a
Texans
good
are
running
going
defense.
nuts with it, right? Like 200 something yards, right? Or 300 yards. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, yeah, you can
crap.
pass on that defense, but
Right, right, right.
it's hard to run on that defense.
Yeah.
But we're getting ahead. Like, but
Right.
this game,
Right, right.
um, how do you stop the Washington's run game? Because you got Austin Eckler who could like catch the ball out of the backfield,
Right,
really fast and quick. Very elusive running back.
right,
Came from the Chargers, pretty good. And then you got Brian Robinson. His north and south runner.
right,
Like I think the first time they played, they both played pretty good against us.
right.
Um, but the second time we played, they didn't. I think Brian Robinson might have been like hurt or whatnot, and it was mostly Jayden Daniels getting out of the pocket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, how would you stop this running game? Because if
Yeah.
Jayden Daniels starts running, it's going to be a long day for the Eagles.
yeah, I think the first thing, like, um, more than anything, I think is to kind of reduce or like try to prevent like their like conversions, right? Fourth down, like they always get like fourth and ones,
Yeah,
or like three and twos, because they're gonna go for it, like for pretty
they're
much
gonna go
all of
for it.
it. But like you want to make sure that like that bites them in the rear. Like
Mm-hmm.
so, I think that should be the strategy because even though Daniels played really great, like those are the ones which kind of like gave the game away. Like that conversions, right? Like the three and shots, right?
Yeah.
Like like I think that was gonna be, I think, the critical one. And like
Hmm.
even if we give a couple of yards for the running backs,
Yeah.
right? It's
Right.
just that one was the key, and also not blitzing, not blitz.
Yeah.
And so
And
I
and, and,
think
and if the quarterback runs, their defensive coordinator said, "What? We're gonna
yeah,
hit the quarterback, right?"
right.
Hey,
Cooper DeJean,
same rule
Bond, come
applies to
on,
you too, baby. That's
right,
it.
right, right.
You
So
know.
I think Cooper DeJean is pretty good at it because remember the hit he gave like last time he couldn't convert that. That's like such a nice one. He just was floating in the air for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
It was such a beautiful hit. But I think that, and also Bond would be, I think, playing like trying to read a little bit, not blitz him, right? I think they would be working a little bit more on that, especially because they have a lot of tape now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's pretty proven that he's the most successful quarterback against the blitz, right?
Right.
So you won't see that a lot. So, I think Slay and Quinion, like if they can lock down like McLaurin and Deami Brown, I
Mm-hmm.
think that could really help us out. He will be in the pocket a little bit though, so you got to be careful of Ertz, like because he'll try to sneak in for the downs, right? The first downs. So I think we got to do something about that. Like the linebackers need to be very careful about
Oh, you're
that,
talking
right?
about
Like
Daniels?
no, Zach Ertz, because if we
Oh,
have
Zach Ertz. Yes.
right,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
right, because if we have like Scary Terry and De'Ami Brown locked down like the
Right.
first game, right?
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
think we didn't take him seriously in the second game as much.
Yeah. Right.
I think that's what happened because he got burned quite a bit, Quinyon, like in that one, right? A
Yeah, he
couple of
did.
ones, even a touchdown, right? Like gave him a
Right. Right.
touchdown
Right.
too.
Right. Yeah.
But
And
if he
Quinion's
kind of
coming from an injury too right now. So
right, so he might be a little susceptible. So,
yeah.
but but the other the sneak one, the sneak attack they have is Zach Ertz, right? Trying to get
Right.
that first down. So
Yeah.
we got to do something about that. So hopefully, like I mean, Bond is obviously always coming through,
Right.
and you got to pressure the quarterback,
Yeah.
but can't blitz him. I think
Right.
right.
I think the way to combat Zach Ertz is like if you just hit him right as soon as he catches the ball, then he doesn't like to get hit, right?
Mm,
And
right.
he's like even in the Philadelphia days, like he was one of those guys who wouldn't really like block for you too much, because like we had another tight end by the name of Brent Selleck that would block a lot
Hmm,
more.
hmm. Okay.
And
Okay.
Zach Ertz, like there's a Cincinnati game that he missed a block and all the fans went like crazy on him,
Okay. Okay.
right? So he's not the most physical player, but he does run good routes. So like you
Yes.
need to
Yes.
be step to step with him, right?
Right.
And as soon as he catches the ball, you knock it out or like hit
Right.
him real hard. So like you think twice about catching it again, right?
Right. Right.
Um,
Yeah.
and another thing
Right.
is what we didn't combat for the last time, the first time we played him, the second time this guy was available. This guy's always killed us. His name is Jameson Crowder, right?
Hmm.
He had 2 touchdowns in that game, and he usually makes his a lot of his money in the middle of the game, middle of the field,
Period.
right?
Right.
And I think he had the first touchdown and he had the last touchdown to win the game, right? And that's another guy you got to watch out for because he's a
Right.
good slot receiver. He knows how to get open. So I think it's guys like Reed and CJGJ got to watch out for guys like
Right.
him, right?
Right.
Um, and I'm sure CJGJ's got this revenge on
Oh
this
yeah.
game,
Yeah.
right? Because he got
Yeah.
ejected
Right.
for not even like just for talking. Because De'Ami Brown clearly punched him and he wasn't ejected, and then he got a $45,000 fine for the
Oh, he
game,
did
right?
get fined.
He got fined too.
Yeah, okay. At least that's something.
No,
Uh,
CJ got the fine.
oh, really? Oh, no,
Yeah,
that's messed up.
CJ got the fine. CJ got the fine. So I'm sure he's pissed off.
Right,
He
right.
wants to do
Yeah, for
something
sure.
about it. I'm sure the whole defense is kind of pissed off too,
Oh,
like
yeah.
what they did to us
They
last
definitely
time.
have a chip on
So
their shoulder. Yeah.
right, and Vic Fangio did say that Jayden Daniels, like he's a rookie, but like he's only rookie like on this birth certificate, right?
Right.
Because the way he's playing like a pro, and like this is gonna give us fits for the years to come, man. Like I'm a little worried about the Commanders. If I say no, I'd be
Hey, it is what
lying,
it is,
right?
you know. You never know. You never know. Things change, you know. If
Yeah.
if it is the case, it is the case. You know, like it's
Then
again,
you
like
have
it'll be
two
a
good teams
challenge,
competing.
right?
Yeah.
But I mean, the silver lining in that, right, is that at least we get good reps, you know, playing
Right.
like a good team, right? Even if we lose a game or two, that gives us good practice to go like, hunt
Yeah.
other teams down, right? So
Right.
honestly,
So
I won't be too worried about that right now
yeah.
because
I'm
I'm
worried. I'm just worried about this game.
right.
Um. So how do you stop Jaden Daniels' pass game? Like, what is the things that you would do
Right.
to combat that? My opinion is there's a guy named Jalen Carter on the
Yes,
Eagles.
JC. Yep.
I think if he has a good game, Jaden
That's
Daniels
right.
will
Right.
not have an easy path to pass the ball.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. He might have a lot of work cut out for him. Like he might have to work like harder than he played for the last game, just
Yeah.
because he's an elusive quarterback. But
Right.
if he can if he can pressure him a little bit, right? He
Hmm.
might be slightly off like that, off enough to like not make some of the passes, right? Because he will definitely extend the plays.
Right.
There's
Right.
without a shadow of a doubt. But if we can get through, like, call a couple of stunts and like help, like, hopefully, like Nolan Spence helps him out, right?
Yeah.
If we can get a couple of those, right? But we had to, like, the other thing is we do have to capitalize on them. That's
Yeah.
the other side of the thing is that, like, we
Right.
won't be able to keep doing this to them. Like, they'll make adjustments and, like, they're pretty good at making adjustments, right? Especially with like, and just because he's able to make, like, being able to convert downs, like, our
Yeah.
defense is going to get tired pretty fast. So that's why I said, like,
Right.
initially, right? The key is to hold on to the ball a little bit longer, right? Make
Right.
long drives. Do not get like, do not go into like third and long situations as much, right?
Right. Have short
So,
runs. Yeah.
especially if you have a close game, right?
Yeah.
That's like, you got to be very careful.
Right. You
So,
got to win the time of possession. Yeah.
exactly. Because you just, if you want to like if you want JC to have a really good game, you got to
Hmm.
rest the guy a little bit, give him some
Right.
time off, right? So then he
Yeah.
can go full because I saw it clearly, like uh in the Rams game, they were doing so well, right? Getting those like the peanut punch, right?
Right.
All of that, but then like the drive which they came through, they were tired,
Yeah.
So like understandably, right?
Right. 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 Right.
So that's something they got to factor in. Like make sure like our guys are a little more rested, especially in the cold, right?
Yeah. 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 No, I agree. 100% agree, man. Because
Right, right,
because I think that's one thing we failed to do in the fourth quarter. Like I think we're good at that in the first, second, third. Right? We can
right,
go on these 8-minute drives, 6-minute drives, score a touchdown. We're good. But like when it
right,
comes to ending the game, like this is the time to go on that 4-minute drive.
right, right,
Like this is
right,
the time you got to dial up your plays. You got to have like you can't have vanilla plays, right?
right,
Some of that might be on Kellen Moore. Some of that might be on just the way Jalen's running it. I don't know who really because we are not there, right? So it's hard to tell. But I
right.
think they have to fix that. I think if they fix that, like we can't beat them. Like they're a good
I
team,
know, I know.
right?
And
Like
also, I mean, I don't know whether you've seen it. It's just that we have this like kind of tendency to kind of once we kind of get a lead, we tend to kind of chill a little too much. I don't
hmm
know if like because there were a couple of games they really called back in, right?
I mean,
Like,
we damn near lost the last game.
right. That's like with a 13-point lead.
With a 13-point lead, like I mean, if Matt Stafford makes one throw, he catches it, we have 30
Yeah.
seconds to come back. Like we're not
Right.
winning that game. You know what I
I
mean?
know. I
So,
know.
like, so
Right.
things like that can't happen.
Right.
Like especially against
Situational
good teams.
football has to be better, right?
Right, right, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So yeah, I mean, with that said, what's your score prediction for this game?
Ooh, yeah. So I'm 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 guessing I'm guessing it's gonna be a relatively high scoring game.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say this is just off the top of my head. I'm gonna say like 24-34 Eagles. I'm being a little
24. Uh,
optimistic, but dude, I
oh,
think they're gonna be
34, 24.
right. So
30.
Eagles win, and I think it's a two scoring game.
Okay. Okay.
Because
I can
I
I
feel
can
like
see
they
that.
learned their lesson. I feel like they
Yeah.
learned their lesson, and I don't think like we'll be able to completely shut them down. They'll come, like we'll go neck and neck, but I think our offense will try to be a little bit more diligent, in scoring points. So we'll kind of, I think, and we will start like we'll. I think we'll be neck to neck, and I think we'll start blowing a lead come fourth quarter.
Hmm.
I think that's what I'm
I like it. I like it.
thinking.
I'm going 31-28 Eagles.
Oh, close.
Right. So
Okay.
we win by a field goal. Jake Elliott of all people. Right. Um, or or we got the score and they come back and then like they need another field goal to win and it's not enough. They don't have enough
Yeah,
time
yeah, yeah.
and we
Right.
win. Right.
That's the more
Um,
probable scenario in your two situation thing because that's
yeah.
how we roll most of the time.
That's how we roll, man. We
Because
we like to play it down to the wire for some reason. Like
yeah,
we
and
just
also
don't like
like
to get comfortable leads and stay there.
right, right. I mean, like hot medication companies should sponsor us, man. Like because they're
Heart
like
medication companies should hit up every Eagles fan. Like after you
right,
walk out of that stadium, you need to give them
right.
heart medication. Here, sir, for the week.
Yeah, I know, I know. I mean, like, I mean, they should be like sponsored by Ross with statin or something, statin medication.
Yeah, they need something like that. But with that said, man, who is your offensive MVP for the Eagles in this game?
I mean, I don't think it takes a genius to figure that out. It's going to be Saquon, number 26, for sure. For sure, without a shadow of a doubt, especially given like how not great the
Hmm.
Washington team is with the D run. I mean, yeah, they're gonna make adjustments, but I think he's too talented to not like
Yeah,
make good plays. So I think it's definitely going to be Saquon. He's the difference maker for sure, offensively. Yeah.
offensively. Okay, since you said
What about you?
Saquon, I think I gotta go with somebody like different, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
I'm gonna go with AJ Brown, 128 yards, a touchdown. Um, Saquon gets 100 yards too, but
Right.
I think I'm just going with AJ
I'm gonna
because
say one thing
AJ
though.
hasn't really given us anything lately.
I'm gonna say one thing though. Don't sleep on number six though, because remember his missed pass cost us the game,
Right.
arguably, right? So I think he's also pretty kind of determined to like kind of make a big change.
Okay, I can
So
see that.
I
Number six can score anytime. You know what I mean?
right, but and also
Yeah.
I think he's gonna like he was pretty mad in that game. Like
Okay.
he thinks he cost the game, so I think he might be pretty like kind of dialed in this time, trying to like what I'm gonna make a pretty killer game or make a pretty good game this time. So
Good
I
deal.
get
So
a lot of candidates, I guess MVP candidates for the game.
right. So who's your defensive MVP?
I mean, it's gonna be JC.
JC. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. Like I think he's gonna make a difference, especially if we like keep the ball a little bit more, right? I think he's gonna really come through. I think even if we don't, he's definitely
Yeah.
gonna make plays, no matter how like
Right.
how our offense plays, right? He's
Yeah.
definitely gonna give us chances, right?
Yeah.
And like yeah, he's the MVP, but I think he's a lot of people are going to help him too. Like, I think Nolan Smith is kind of dialed in. I don't know if you heard the mic'd up one, and he was like, Jalen was thanking him for the stunt. It's like, thanks, man. Like, it's like, no, 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 dude. It's just like, it's all you, like, own it up and
Right.
all this
Right.
stuff
Right.
like that. So I think that's a good thing going on too. And so, yeah, yeah. So that's going to help. Right. And I think a close second would be Bond because
Okay.
just because, I'm sorry, I'll be rambling on. I'll move to you.
No.
Like,
No. No.
what about you?
Zach Bond. Like no. Zach Bond. I can see. I can see him. I can see
Just
him
because we're
becoming.
not blitzing this time. So
Right.
his protection might be a little bit better, right?
Right. 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 Right.
So Bond will be the guy who'll be reading a lot of these things and try to, break the passes and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
calling the
I,
shot.
I,
So I
I
think
can
he'll
see that.
play a critical role.
I'm gonna say Cooper DeJean.
Oh,
I, I think
interesting.
I think Cooper DeJean makes like the play of the game, and
Oh yeah. It's gonna
he.
hit.
I mean,
It's
like
gonna
of
hit that
course,
guy.
JC is the heart and soul of the team, right? Like nothing starts without a good D line, right?
Right, right.
But Cooper DeJean like somehow makes the play of the game defensively, and
Mm,
we get the win. We go back to the Super Bowl
right,
to either play the Bills or the
right,
Chiefs. And
right.
that's gonna be next week, provided
Yeah.
we win tomorrow, and I think we're gonna win tomorrow. So I
You know,
think
I
this
thought
team is too strong not to win this game.
right.
Uh, if it's next year, that's a different Commanders team. We're not talking about that. We're talking about
Yeah.
this year's Eagles. This year's Eagles is a lot better team.
Oh
Front
yeah.
to back, offense, defense, special teams, better than
Right.
Washington. So we should win this game. If we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
win it, it'll be a shock for me because
Yeah, it's
this
definitely
is
gonna
a
be a
better
shock.
team than the Washington team. So
Yeah, yeah. And one thing I'd say is that you kind of like you might be up to something with Coop, right? Because if you remember the Bengals game, he made that critical fourth and two, fourth and threes that stop, right? And
right,
and the Ravens game, like the tackle to Henry, right? That was kind of
right,
I
right.
feel like that changed the mood of the game.
Yeah, he did.
And
He did. Yeah,
so I feel like he might have a good play like that. Maybe I feel like it's Jayden Daniels. He might
yeah.
do a hit, like he's gonna scramble and he's just gonna make a hit on like a fourth and I don't know, fourth and three or fourth something like that.
Right.
That
Yeah,
might
yeah.
like completely shift it to the other way.
Shift the other
Um,
way. Yeah.
right, right, right. So yeah,
And one other thing, this might be Darius Slay's last game in Philadelphia as an
oh
Eagle.
yes, yep,
Right. This might be his last game. He might be moving on to another team after this year. So what are your thoughts on Slay and what he has been for this
right,
team all these
yeah, yeah.
years?
I mean, good for him, man. Like he did a lot of great stuff here, man. Like I mean, everyone loves him, right? They play Slayer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Um, and also I think he was a very good mentor for Q, right?
Right.
So I think he's amazing, right? I think he said that he might pay one more year, right? I think
Hmm.
that's mostly because like we might not be able to pay him, right? So I was like, go get that money, right? It's your
Yeah.
final year, like, and
Final
he
year.
said like I'll be like after that I'll be watching the game, like the Eagles game from the box, right?
Right.
So yeah, man, like he did a lot of good stuff. So I just want to wish him the best, and like yeah, because he's been playing through a lot of injuries and stuff too. So that kind of like you kind of like, and he's what 13 years, right, in the league.
Yeah. Yeah. Some.
13?
I think it's like yeah, maybe
And
year 12 or
yeah,
13. Yeah.
year 12 or 13. So
Right.
I mean, yeah, like I think Eagles are gonna love him no matter what, right? Like
Right.
because they know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy for him, man. I think the only thing I would hope is like I wish. I mean, this is like one can wish, right? I wish he would be around the facility like Kelsey, right? Just kind of
Yeah.
helping the young guys out a little bit more.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
think that would be great. I don't know whether that'll like happen, but I think at least you know
Right. I,
drop a
I I
couple of
think he
assists.
might go play for another team and then come
Yeah,
back.
1 year. I know,
That-
I know, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next year, you definitely. It's very likely he'll play for another team,
He
but
play for another team. Right.
just just dropping by right
Yeah.
after
Yeah. Yeah.
that. I guess it's just because
I
I
think a lot,
played
lot
there,
of
right?
ex Eagles do that. I think the organization, the way they built it, and
Right,
the way they take care of these guys, they feel like they have to come back and
right,
give back, right? So to the
right,
players and the team and whatnot.
right.
And I
Yeah,
think
and,
I think that's a really cool thing that the Eagles actually do. Like
right.
a lot of organizations don't do that. So
It's a
and
very
when players are
like
gone, they're gone. Like it's
right,
not the same case with the Eagles, right? Like these guys, like in the podcast, you can see Shady McCoy, Deshaun
right,
Jackson, all these guys still talking about the Eagles, right?
right.
Um,
It's like to me, it's like Eagles, like the organization is like a very like great loving and like great extended like sorry nuclear family and a
right,
very loving extended family but quite a bit more like dysfunctional, which aka the
No,
fans, right?
yeah,
Because like
that's in
crazy,
there
right?
too. That's
People
in
be
there too.
crazy, but like people love it. So I
Right,
think
right,
it's
right.
kind of like that. So you still keep coming back, right? So it's just like, and it's just like weird kind of thing. But like I think even Chris Long, I think I'm surprised he played only for a year, right?
He played for 2 years, man,
And he's like,
and he's
it's
more of
like,
an Eagle than and the Ram. Like he played for the Rams for a long time,
right,
and he don't
right.
even talk
So.
about the Rams like the way that he talks about the
I
Eagles. You
just
know?
hope I just keep I'm just a kind of a segue or like a side note is that I just hope we keep Bond. Like I really hope we pay Bond and just keep that guy because he
Oh yeah,
basically runs the defense kind of like the brains behind, especially after the D line. It's all him, right? He's the one. If you see him, he's on like all the key positions, right? He's making calls, right?
right.
So we better keep that guy,
I mean, he's the reason why N'Kobe Dean's playing well because he's one of
right?
the reasons why N'Kobe Dean like some people
Yeah,
players like feel off of that, and now you
yeah,
got Burks playing really well because of Bond. So
right.
Bond's a guy you have to keep him. Like you
Yeah,
have to
right,
give him a
right.
nice contract, like make him happy
Yeah,
and keep him here because he'd be a good player for a long time,
I
especially in
know.
this Vic Fangio defense. Because
I
I
mean, he's
think I
played
saw
Carson.
his stats. I think he had 88 tackles with the Saints, but he played for them with them 3 years, right? He's already got 93 tackles with the Eagles in the first 1 year alone,
Right, right.
right? So like it really depends on where you put your players and where and
Yeah.
that's why coaches like Fangio are really important to this defense. And without Fangio, this defense doesn't play like this, right?
Yeah,
Like
I'm telling you. And
he,
yeah.
he is the architect of the deal because we saw what this team was last year. These guys couldn't make tackles,
Yeah.
right? Like they're like you saw the playoff game last year, right? Like against the Bucks, like these guys like missing tackles left and right.
EDSD,
Now,
man.
like what is a tackle when back then, right? Like now, like
Oh my
just
God, yeah.
now we're
Like
so good at
Mayfield
tackling.
was going to town.
Right, Mayfield was going down, and just 1 year, like you can see the difference.
I
Like
know, I know, I know.
this team is in the championship game, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
if we would have played the Lions, right, and let's say Lions had all their players, all their defensive players, and we played the Lions, and if we lose to the Lions, I would consider this a successful year
Mm-hmm.
because of what happened last year, right? You can build on that, but now we're playing the Commanders, so that's out the door. We're gonna
Yeah.
go win this game, and then we're
Right.
gonna go to the next game, try to win that one, because I think after this, you will get a little bit of a rest before you
Right.
try again,
Yeah.
right?
Which is yeah, much needed, especially for Cam.
Especially for Cam, right?
Right.
So with that said, thank you for coming on the podcast, brother. You shared a
Thank you,
lot, a
sir.
lot of knowledge.
Thank you.
Even though
Thank
you're
you.
a young fan, you've learned a lot, and
Thank you.
you
Thank you.
learned it well.
Thank you.
So
Thank you. It's, I
appreciate it.
mean, from the best, the guys on the other side. Thank you, Pete.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. And
we
I
talk football offline
right,
all the
right,
time,
right.
and talk about the Eagles, and he genuinely likes the Eagles. Not because I didn't force him on the
No,
Eagles.
I know.
Okay,
I'm
I
just
just
about to
took him
put
to an
like the
Eagles game, and
flag,
the brother happened to be an Eagles fan afterwards
Right.
because he likes Devontae
Yeah.
Smith, and
Oh
he
yes.
went on a rabbit hole, and he did his own research.
Right, right, right. I mean, as we speak, I have the flag which my brother gave to my for my birthday, like the Eagles flag. I'm trying to put it
Oh,
on up on my bedroom, so that's gonna happen tonight.
oh yeah,
So,
yeah. So the next podcast is gonna be up on there, right?
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, not here, like in my bedroom, but
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
right.
Got it, got it, got it.
You gotta sleep under the flag, if you know what I'm
That's right.
saying.
That's right. That's right. So,
Right.
where you gonna be watching the game tomorrow?
What do you mean?
You gonna go to a bar or you gonna go at the house?
No, I'm just gonna stay at the house, baby,
At
because
the house?
it's
Yeah.
cold out there, man. And this is the
Yeah.
East Coast. It's not fun, and I don't get a lot of Eagles fans. I'm in Patriot country,
I know.
so you know.
Yeah, we're gonna
So
we're gonna stay home too. Just
right,
watch the
right, right,
game.
right. But like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, though.
I mean,
I
I
just
wish I was going to the game because,
right,
dude, that game is so expensive. It's $550 for a NFC Championship game.
yeah, probably like the. Oh,
That's probably
really?
like nosebleeds. Like that's
Right.
not even good seats. Like the
I
difference
mean,
between
that's
that
not
game and the
right.
and the Bills and Chiefs game is like half that. Like they're like 200 something.
Right. Also, bro, I think at this temperature, it's not nosebleeds anymore. It's frostbite.
It's
That's
frostbite. Yeah.
frostbite. Yeah.
You better go there with the heater on,
Right, 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 right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta get a ticket for just for the heater because it's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be cold. Yeah.
But I mean, if we're physical, because I feel like we're definitely the more physical team.
Hmm.
That might work. Very likely will work on our favor because when we hit, like it's almost like
Right.
that Green Bay game.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
Washington plays outside too, but they haven't really been in a lot of playoff games, and especially this late in January, right?
right,
So cold is a little different in January than how it is in end of December, right?
right.
So
Also
that's
the
gonna
the the
affect
last
them,
game, last game they played indoors, so
right?
that
And the game
that's
before
that
that, they
mentioned.
played in Tampa,
Right,
which is not cold, right?
right,
So which is not cold compared to East Coast. So
right.
that'll definitely play a factor. I think, especially the
Yeah,
hits and whatnot, right?
right. I
And
think we're more ready for that.
right,
I mean, because okay, last game we were making snow angels, so
right. I
so
mean, I know CJ got a hit in him at De'Ami Brown or somebody. Somebody getting lit tomorrow. So,
no, no,
and it's not gonna be Eagle players. It's gonna be the Washington
right.
players.
Yeah, yeah.
So Eagles gonna get the win. With that said, we all we got. We all we need. Fly Eagles,
Eagles
fly.
fly.
And we see y'all in 2 weeks.